All right, so yesterday I did one that I called advanced, and that makes me today want to do one that basically shares my most basic ideas. Basic idea number one: fiddling is good for you. It's good for you in 1,000 different ways. If you do it like I do it, it's good for your posture. It's good for gives you something to think about. It's a never-ending challenge. It's good for you in 1,000 ways. And also, buying a fiddle is not the first step in taking up the fiddle. So you don't have to own a fiddle to start on this fiddle journey. You can hum a tune, think about a tune, think about any tune you know. That's why I was playing do 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 ba do ba da da da, do the hustle. Any tune you know, hum it to yourself a little bit, especially ones you really got. You've really got happy birthday to you. You can sing that song in your head at least. And then we're going to put that on the fiddle. And if you have it in your head, the thing is, you put it in your mind first, and then you put it from there on the fiddle, right? So that you don't have to own a fiddle. Just think about a tune you would like to play. And also, I'm going to give my most basic first lesson, which is it's time to look at your fingernails. These are two motions you already know. It's time to look at your fingernails. Okay, this is a violin exercise where I'm talking about two motions you do. Well, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, people don't really have watches anymore, so maybe this is a dated now, but it's time, still, this is the idea. It's time to look at your fingernails. You can do it both lefty or righty. It's time. It's time to look at your fingernails. You can do both the same like this. It's time. Oh, and there's a second part to this. When you look at the fingernails, you see how when you say it's time, the wrist comes up. This is the whole point. When you're bowing the violin, you're leading with the wrist generally, right? And the hand acts as a shock absorber. And so this motion, it's time, that's what I'm saying, is this motion where you lead with the wrist and then look at the fingernails. But while you're looking at the fingernails, this goes down with the wrist first also, right? So there's two parts. It's time to look at your fingernails. It's time to look at your fingernails. So it goes, look at your fingernails, leading with the wrist, right? And you also are keeping your head tall, right? So you want to look like a ballet dancer with your, so it's time, you look at it, your head tall, your shoulders tall. It's time, 1, 2, 3, 4, to look at your fingernails. It's time to look at your fingernails, right? Then you do it the other way if you want to. It's time to look at your fingernails. It's time to look at your fingernails. That's the first lesson. Doesn't cost a dime. Thanks. See ya.